What's up, dudes and dudes of the internet? My name's Seth, and today we're going to be taking a look at The Way. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you're an older fan and subscriber, you already know I've covered this game twice already. At least I think I did. Maybe I just played through the demo twice and then I did a walkthrough video or something. But in any case, this game is pixel art beauty at its finest. Let's just jump right into the game because it is just going to start right away. Excuse me for my phone. I'll turn the ringer off. So it's going to be a very deep, story-driven experience. I've actually always wanted the opportunity to actually play through the entire game, but I just honestly don't have the time. Now, I do have a longer video that I will link at the end of this video and in the video description as well, that will kind of show the whole sequence up to launching our spaceship out of the starting area, right? But for today's purposes, we're probably going to keep the video on the shorter side just so I can kind of give you a bit of a quick glimpse as to what it is, and then, you know, there will be links in the description for everything about the game so that you can kind of experience it all for yourselves. So really reminds me of old school games that I grew up with, more particularly Flashback, and also as far as movies are concerned, Blade Runner, because it's just kind of got that futuristic dark undertone to it. Put the body into the capsule. What body? The body that we just dug up 2 seconds ago, my good man. The music's actually really fitting for the game as well. And again, like the pixel art is insane, and I talked about this in my last video as well, but I love the fact that the game develops the story in a very organic method. So, Hidden Temple of Life, abandoned planet, landing spot, map to the Temple of Life, document, soul transfer, eternal life. In 2 seconds, we already know where this game is going. The only thing that we don't know is who is this character. The cheap takeout food also implies, you know, that we're dedicated. We've been staying indoors trying to figure out and research all of this stuff, but who's this body that we're trying to, you know, fix? What's going on? It will be okay. It's his wife. So, you know, is the end of the game going to end up being kind of one of those dark meets light type of things where we're going to transfer her like soul into our body, or vice versa? You know, I'm not exactly sure where it would end up going, but it also sets the nice tone for, oh, we're going to outer space. You know, there's actually like other planets, and they've already been discovered and stuff. You can run while holding left joystick while walking. I don't know what that means. Oh, by pushing it in, you can jump by pressing A. Yes, I know. The combat is a little bit more strategic as well, because you kind of end up slowly taking your time methodically beating the enemies, because they're kind of set up in very specific ways. Okay, so what they want us to do is collect all of your notes. I think there's some notes over here. Yes, so we can crouch, we can crawl by doing, like, it's kind of just hold both buttons. I like how he crawls. He crawls like an animal or something. Like, seriously? Okay, so he just auto runs, which is good, because in the other version, yeah, you had to hold a button to actually run. The other version being the PC version is what I mean, right? Collect all of your notes and then just return back. We're ready to go. All right, so the furthest that I've ever gotten with this game is we actually end up, through all of the notes that we could have read there 2 seconds ago, we kind of end up discovering that it was the company's fault that she ended up dying, or maybe it was something that, something like they were very unsupportive of what was actually happening. Honestly, I forget. It's been a long enough time. Sorry to say, but we have come to the company ourselves so that we can end up sneaking in and stealing a ship away to actually end up going to that other planet. And I always ended up getting to the other planet, and then in the demo version that I was playing, there was always kind of, it was always kind of showing off like, can I get in? There we go. It was always kind of showing off like a trailer of the rest of the game, so it's like there's all sorts of alien creatures and stuff. For this starting area, we just have to deal with the security task force that's going on right here, right? So it's inactive, that's right, because we actually have to sneak our way over into this building as far as I know, and then, well, we kind of have to, like, what we're trying to essentially do is go all the way to the end of this area and try to, oh, I think I might be dead here. Yep. Okay, that just pretend that didn't happen. Okay, so you go through the security cameras when the light itself is not actually activated. Okay, so we gotta deal with this guy now. But anyways, yeah, what we're trying to essentially do is go through everything and kind of set up like the launch parameters and take down the security system and get rid of all the guards and stuff like that so that we can actually end up getting through here without getting shot down like immediately, because we are, you know, we're dealing with all the security systems. These little robots and stuff like that, that's where I say like the game... Okay, that was kind of weird. That's where I say that the game actually is a little bit more strategic, is because of the fact that it's actually a one-shot kill, which kind of sucks that I ended up dying there. I don't know what happened. I don't know why he didn't jump. The other thing, too, that I think would be very interesting, I might actually look that up afterwards, is to see if anyone's actually done a speed run of this game, because I think that would be where it's at. Because then you could actually see the whole story from front to back without having to... Easy. Easy. Go to sleep forever. Hush, only dreams now. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that we killed him. Well, anyways, we'll turn off the security. Thank goodness. Open the ship space hangar emergency something or rather. See, we had to actually do that in order to even get into the emergency lift, which is going to end up being out here. And this level is extremely well designed. You know, it kind of has you going back and forth quite a bit, and I guess I would say it's more of a puzzle-driven adventure game, right? But, you know, the thing that I like about it is, while I've only played this first starting section, it's extremely polished, which, of course, is the usual for a game. You know, they always have the starting area being the most polished, but... it just kind of begs to the question as to how the rest of the game is going to develop, because there's like big monsters and aliens and stuff like that that are trying to rip your hands off and stuff, and it's just like, yes, this, you know, this would be really cool. I'm definitely gonna look up a speedrun after this just so I can see the whole story. Hopefully they don't skip all the cutscenes. Anyways, we can kind of see the little red blip on the bottom left is us right by the capacitors in the storage room, and then the archives. So we kind of have to end up going over onto the archive side a little bit later. I think we can do it now, but we don't really want to, because if we can end up getting into the weapons server and into the weapons storage, that's where we end up actually getting ourselves a gun. And then when we end up having that, suddenly we can actually take care of all of these Uggles robots like quick as ever. You know, like it just becomes so much easier to navigate through this area when suddenly we're actually able to combat all of the characters that are in the environment. So I'm pretty sure, oh, that's right. So eventually we end up having to unlock this door, go through and set up a whole bunch of the weird security parameters and junk like that. I think, let me see if I can actually just skip right into the air vents, whatever. Hopefully this is going to end up working. Ventilation hatch? It doesn't let us do it yet, does it? No, it doesn't, because it's all closed right now, because we have to... Oh, that's right, we gotta go into the vents firsthand, I think, anyways, in order to actually get rid of it. But the whole thing, too, you know, that's where the game's not for everybody, I'm not gonna lie, just in the sense that it kind of forces you to play the game a little bit slower, which is, in fact, the reason why I can't actually do a video on it. I would love to, but it's just the fact that I'm running into all this stuff. We were supposed to use this console. Yup, we were supposed to use this the entire time. Man, it's been a long time since I played this, but it still is very, very beautiful. Now we've got all those doors unlocked. What? Okay, let's unlock the air ducts first. But I'm pretty sure what we have to do, like, we'll try this out anyways. I want to see if we can end up getting ourselves the gun, if I can even remember this correctly. But we have to go through that air ventilation down at the bottom there, and that robot that's kind of going over all of the vent shafts, you can see its laser is kind of peering down. That will end up killing you and wrecking your face if you don't end up doing it properly. Because I think what ends up happening here... If my memory serves correctly, I don't think that we can actually access this without running into trouble, right? Add user, enter password, that's right, because we don't have the password, so we have to actually go and get it from one of the other sections of the game, that's right. Well, in any case, folks, like I said, this is just going to be a shorter video. Most of all, I just wanted to show you what this game is and kind of give you a brief summary as to what it actually is, just because I know that more people are actually watching my indie videos now than they used to, and this game is worth checking out. Like, it really is a very cool game, especially, again, once you end up getting the gun, that's when things get super duper easy. and cool and fun. Although, honestly speaking, I'm pretty confident that that killed me. Honestly speaking, I'm pretty confident that the game would end up being one of those where it takes the gun away from you and then eventually ends up giving you more powerful guns and stuff like that. And, well, in any case, links will be in the description for everything about this game. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. Sayonara, and stay epic, everybody.